Hi everyone. So in this video, we are going to discuss about prototype design pattern. So in the previous classes, we already discussed singleton design pattern, factory design pattern, builder design pattern. So this is the fourth one, a prototype design pattern. So this is a simple one. So what is a prototype design pattern? This pattern is used to create a duplicate copy, nothing but a copy of an existing object instead of creating a new one from the scratch. Just simply we need to clone the existing object is already there, and we need to clone that object. After cloning, some of the fields we can modify. Some of the fields we can modify. See, when do we need means what? Is a very simple one. When object creation, new object creation is a complex, or simply to say costly. So nothing but if you want to create that object, so maybe a network call is required, network call, or for example, any file reading is required with the data, or for example, any data fetch is required. In those cases, for example, if you want to create object, we need to make a network call, or you need to connect with the database, and you need to fetch that information, or you need to read the information from the file. Then we create the object. Instead of doing all these things, simply we can clone. Simply we can clone that one. Just one example, a simple example, a person profile I want to clone. Person profile cloning. For example, just a resume cloner. So one developer, for example, that student learned Java full stack. So that student can apply as a front-end developer. So front-end developer, okay, and just a React developer as a back-end developer, as a back purely back-end developer, or a full stack developer, or a full stack developer. So, so the student has to clone the resume whenever the student want to apply for different courses, Okay. So suppose if you are using that constructor calling, so how can we make it? Multiple profiles, for example, student want to create person, suppose is considered is a original equals to is a new person, resume creation, right? Is a student name. For example, here it is a course is a Java full stack, like a developer. Here it is a Hyderabad, and with the experience is a 5 years experience considered. Next, as a front-end developer, only as a UI developer, for example, you want to create. So then what we have to do, this is a copy one as a UI developer, For example, is a copy to, right? Just a React developer framework also, like only boot developer. Suppose company requirement is only Spring Boot. Okay, so that is only like a Java backend developer. So every time you are creating the new object by changing only one particular field. In this case, We just simply clone. We just simply clone. How can we? We are taking the class easily. Class person, okay, is implementing a predefined interface called clonable. Clonable interface. Clonable interface. Okay. And here it is. Here it is. The names we are using. Private, string name. And next one for which role you are trying to apply. Job role. And so what is that location? And how many years of experience you have? How many years of experience? Okay. So normally, first, is we know that whenever we are creating the object through constructor only, we are creating string role, string role, string location, int experience, int experience. The way is assigning the values also same. This dot role, so this dot location, location, this dot experience, this dot experience is a one. Okay. And next one is whenever we are defining, whenever we are defining that one clone method, you need to override clone method. Public method name is a clone. So what clone method will do? Clone method. It will return, it will return super means parent. See, dot clone will call. But always it will return that object type. That object type you need to downcast, like typecast into the person type, because you are cloning that person and returning. So return type is what? Person. Return type is a person. But here it is. Whenever you are calling that, handling that exception. Clone not support exception, there is a chance. There is a chance. In that case, instead of doing that one, just return that null value. Null value. Just put it in the try catch. Okay. And once clone completed, of course, you need to collect that information using that getters, name, location, everything. Get, for example, role, return role. And next one more thing is what is a setter, because every time we need to change. Here, I'm just writing only a few getters and a few setters, because what are the getters, setters we are using? Those things only. But normally we are writing all. For every field, we define the getter method as well as a setter. Here it is, I'm just setting only set role. Okay, is taking that role and is setting that role because only that role I want to change. Sir, all at once I want to access. As you know that a toString method we are overriding. Return all the details, name, name. Next one is a role. Next one, you can directly generate this. Just I'm writing the code. Okay, so location. Next one is experience. Is experience. And next one is a, that's it. Only four details are there. All the four we are providing. Returning. Okay. So first of all, is the same one we are implementing. I'm creating the object. I'm creating the object. Person is the original we are calling. Person original, just P1. Anything we can use. We are printing the details. We are printing original, just printing that P1. Automatically the toString will call. With the help of the toString, the details are executing. Details. Next, I just want to make a clone. Person P2 equals to P1 dot C clone. Because you have overridden now, so that it is called. After cloning, P2 dot just set location, set role. So set role. So what is that role? For example, React developer. After that, just here it is a cloned one. That P2 we are printing is a P2 we are printing. If you see that, look at this, only that role has changed, remaining everything as it is given, as it is. So this is what simply that prototype design pattern. Hope you understood.